regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams. Two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead, as we'll see a team that made use of a bye week, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 9th-ranked team, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Bruins will kick this away to start us off. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Looking downfield, it's Turner. Wasting no time, he's going to go deep on the first play. But this one is broken up, falls incomplete.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. Defense has got to be aware, keep those safeties back.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. The Buckeyes looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Here comes a handoff. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here. Buckeyes hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Touchdown, Ohio State. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 open scoring. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and bring the football to the 25-yard line. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Moves the ball up to the 30.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he'll get the first down yards.
Good job of picking up some big yards for the first down by UCLA. And Chris, they have had some great backs over the years, and this back's living up to it. Think about Maurice Jones-Drew, Jonathan Franklin, Skip Hicks, Deshaun Foster, and believe it or not, some people forget about this, But Jackie Robinson, known for his days of playing with the Dodgers, he got it started at UCLA as a running back himself.
He shreds the tackle. Solid run, tackled on the 45-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The Bruins come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Give it to the back again. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. The Buckeyes looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Set to advance on the football. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. UCLA offense takes the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Here's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Tackled at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Gain moves the ball to the 40. It'll be 1st down. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. And the Bruins looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Trying to find room. It's Johnson. Fights off a defender. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball
can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Pass rush closing in. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
He gets away with one here. He threw that ball into double coverage, so don't get me wrong. There was a lot of pressure. He does a nice job of hanging in there, but, man, he got to be careful where you're throwing this football.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
And they keep this drive going, trying to convert on third down now. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. The fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. Scanning the field. It's Turner. It's an out route. The catch made. Great move in the open field. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This should be the last play of the quarter. And on the carry, he's heading left. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first period of play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, UCLA 0.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looks to his left and makes the completion. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
The Buckeyes with first and 10 here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They bring him down after a short gain there. Buckeyes come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Scanning the field. It's Turner. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice game. The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Great job by the defense so far. It's third and goal from a long way out. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Ohio State, number 12, with the grab and the score.
And they'll set up with the PAT.
For the extra point.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back.
21, UCLA, 0.
This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the Bruins offense back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Caught quickly. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down. The Bruins looking to run some tempo here. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches.
I think he makes the right read here. He gets the ball out to his receiver, but the receiver's got to win. He's got to win that one-on-one matchup against the defender, and he doesn't. So now we got a 4th down.
And the coverage team able to bring him down. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
2nd down play coming up. It's the running back in the flat. Runs through the defender. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down. They beat the blitz there with the pressure bearing down. He just dumped it off to the back.
A nice job of just keeping his eyes downfield because you're right, that pressure got to him in a hurry. Thankfully, the running back was right in his line of sight. He's able to dump it to him as a safety valve, and he picked up the 1st.
The offense really clicking here. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Looking to throw. It's Turner. Snags a quick throw. An important 9 yards gain there. Brings up just 3rd and 1.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Buckeyes look to keep this drive moving. And the quarterback keeps it here. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Man, is this guy difficult to deal with or what? When your quarterback can just say, I am pulling this down and I am taking off myself on the option. He has that kind of speed. As a defense, all you can do is just say your prayers.
First and goal now, a chance to claim even more momentum before the halftime break. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. It's a fumble. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
And the UCLA offense back out on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. And here's the handoff. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Now it's 2nd down here. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The Bruins pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And he's going to float this one to the right side. Oh, the pass is picked off. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. Looking to throw. It's Turner. Makes a quick catch. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Contact as he threw it. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this away to begin the second half. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the UCLA offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Looks to the left, pass caught. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
It's a first down here by this UCLA offense. Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver to be able to get those yards and keep the sticks moving. Good job also just feeling the defense's coverage and making a quick decision to get that ball out.
And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. He's got some room and some blockers here. Finally steps out of bounds after a long return. What a play by the defense.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
An inside give now from the shotgun. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
First and goal, handoff. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Brought down at the 1-yard line. It's now 2nd and goal.
Second down and goal, upcoming. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Touchdown, Ohio State. To stretch the lead, the route is on. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Bruins offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Obvious false start there, moving too early. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
The pocket breaking down. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself.
Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
But the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back. It's Turner. Looking right. This one caught. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down. You see more positive yards after the catch here.
Tackle made after the completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Running out of time in the pocket. On the run here. Let's it go. And it's incomplete. Comes up a little short on that throw.
Ready up.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long.
3:25.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's a quick grab. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he lofts one deep over the middle. Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the route is on.
Chris, I don't blame him at all for taking advantage of this matchup. Put that receiver out on the left. If he gets the matchup you like, take a shot downfield on the post and hit it for a big touchdown.
PAT is good as they build on this big lead.
That makes the score Ohio State 35, UCLA 0.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Set to kick this one away.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the UCLA offense takes the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. First down, looking to throw the ball. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Tough position here, 2nd and long from the 14. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? He's running out of time here.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
The punt is blocked in the end zone. Returner tackle right there. That's where they'll start the drive.
What a block. He flies right up the middle. The personal protector is occupied, and he comes up with a blocked punt.
First down and goal now. Can they punch it in? Touchdown, Ohio State. And the beatdown continues.
This quarterback's already proven he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option. He's reached the end zone now for the 2nd time in this football game. The defense better start to account for him, or he's going to make them pay for it again.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Bruins offense back out on the field. They're going to run it here. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Ohio State 42, UCLA 0.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. back's got it. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep...
Deep shot caught inside the 25. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, UCLA.
You know, the most impressive thing to me, Chris, I mean, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive.
And the Ohio State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. And the defense makes some adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. And right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
Getting set. Here's second down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8. Buckeyes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Receiver makes the catch. The defense swarms to make a tackle for loss on that 3rd down catch.
Man, really good job here by the defense, flying around, recognizing the ball is out, and then making the tackle short of the first down.
See if he can make a play on this return. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the UCLA offense back out on the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back. Defense is coming after him. It's caught downfield. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Catch made on the out route. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
And the point after is right down the middle. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
Ohio State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Forced to punt last time. Trying to add points, build the lead right here. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. We're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
Gain of 7. Second down coming up.
Second down play coming up for this offense.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make the act.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is knocked loose. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half, really the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And the UCLA offense is back out on the field. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Brought down, but broke a tackle. Produces solid gain there. And the Bruins hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Brings up second down.
The RPO caught to the right. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. The Bruins looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quick pass, the catch is made.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards, and they stay ahead of the sticks.
They look to throw it here on second down. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Makes a quick grab. He'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. The Bruins line up with a first and goal.
First and goal. UCLA.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back, and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Offense facing second and goal. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And it's picked off in the end zone. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line. Here's the second down play. Back to pass. It's Turner. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long, over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense and put them in a position to win this game.
He'll take a deep shot here. And he's got it down there inside the 35. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Chris, how about this approach by this offensive play caller? Up big, fourth quarter, and they're still taking shots downfield looking for more points. I think they're trying to rub it in here a little bit.
And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there as this clock continues to wind down. This offense has had a great day.
Tackle, but first down.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The Buckeyes have 1st and 10 here. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw.
I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down.
Come on, set.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And this one is getting ugly. And now they'll set up for the point after. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
Ohio State 49, UCLA 14.
Not fielded cleanly. It's a loose football. Fields it just outside the goal line. Turner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock.
Timeout, Ohio State.
And Sack sets up 2nd down. They'll run it here. Powers through. Finding space at the 20. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. At the 30 now. Finally goes out of bounds after gobbling up big yardage on that run. Well, this one ended up being a blowout. They get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here today.
Yeah, I thought this game would be a lot closer, at least closer than how things ended up.